Hello everybody, Jim Coyle with Indiana Sports Beat coming to you from courtside here at the Simon Scott Assembly Hall, where the Indiana Hoosiers unofficially opened up the basketball season today with a 74-52 win over the University of Indianapolis. But it didn't come easy. UIndy came in here in the first half playing scrappy and hard defense, especially attacking the rim. When Indiana tried to go there with their bigs, it was not an easier open opportunity, as Indiana missed a ton of layups early on, but they're also missing free throws along the way and allowing UIndy to hit a bunch of threes out front. 6 of 19 there in that first half. They allowed the Greyhounds to go. Meanwhile, Indiana was not doing so. They were 0 for 4 at that time. C.J. Gunn led Indiana at scoring for the first half with 7 points, but the second half, a gigantic change. Indiana comes out of the locker room a completely different team, especially on defense. They were pushing and turning over the Greyhounds. I think they would end up with 10 steals for the game. Indiana also shutting down that three-point shooting for UIndy, as they would go just 2 for 16 in the second half. Also, as I mentioned, that defense, not allowing Indy to score. Indiana would outscore the Greyhounds 28-10 over the first 10 minutes of that second half. 46% of Indiana's scoring became layups after they could not do that in the first half. They finally got that taken care of and started to impose their will a bit, if you will, in that second half. But also, I think that had to do with the little discussion Mike Whitson had with these guys, because they came out in the first half very lackadaisical, and Indy came here to win, you could tell. But when Indiana imposed their will, like I said, you could tell the difference in talent was quite evident. IU would finish with 48% shooting total on the game from the field goal line, and 3 of 10 from three-point shooting, while UIndy would finish 9 of 27 from behind the arc for that. IU recorded 10 steals, as I mentioned earlier, 21 assists on 30 made baskets. That's pretty damn good. Scoring, Xavier Johnson with 9 points for Indiana in his return. 3 of 6 shooting, 2 of 2 at the free throw line. Malik Renew, he was 12 and 6 on the day. Mackenzie Mbako making his much anticipated debut, 14 points and 8 rebounds. And Kel'el Ware also with 14 points, 12 of those coming in the second half, as he did not get much done in the first half, obviously, with just one bucket, 2 points. Indiana will have to start playing a lot harder than they did tonight. The second half performance is what they'll have to start bringing, and I think that obviously that comes with a little playing time, but they're going to get their best from everybody they take on, and I think that they'll learn that quick and easy. And Mike Whitson quickly reminded them of that at the half. They have another exhibition game coming this Friday against Marion. We'll see if Indiana can come out with a better start than they did tonight, but like I said, this was the first game. It was an exhibition game. Obviously, they just didn't have the fire in them. You can take that however you want, but the second half showed that when they want to turn it on, they have the ability to do that. Their length can be imposing, but they're going to have to learn how to use that all the time. Kel'el Ware, like I said, 12 points in the second half after not being able to have much of, if any, success at all in the first half. But not just those guys. C.J. Gunn looked good. You had guys like Anthony Walker, who looks like he's going to be someone that can offer good time off the bench. Peyton Sparks did just what his namesake says. He came in for a little spark. So there was just a lot of contributions from everybody. Gabe Cupps. That second half, defensively, it was a team effort. Everyone was shutting down UIndy, whether it was getting hands on the ball, getting steals. It was constant, and it was across the board, which is great to see, but you would have liked to have seen that from the get-go. We'll find out how they use that in their learning come this Friday. From here to Simon Scott Assembly Hall, I'm Jim Coyle, and I will see you on the radio.